Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where we're showcasing Aranea, who recently got her C90 and her FR weapon. She was actually the last C90 on JP, so now it's in question as to what is going to be happening on the JP side, if we are going to be jumping in immediately into the C100 era, or what it is. I don't know what exactly Square Enix is going to do, but regardless of all that, we're going to be talking about Aranea, what she got with her rework and whatnot. I'll be going over, briefly summarizing what was posted over on the Cydia Compendium, so shout out to them for the information provided to us. And I'm going to let you guys know towards the end of the video how I personally feel about Aranea's FR weapon, if it's like one to chase for, or I'll just, in general, I'll just give my opinions on it. And you guys can kind of go by that, so... as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future Opera Omnia content. And let's go ahead and delay this big boy. Alright, and as you can tell, I'm actually doing the gameplay live. Alright, let's go ahead and do skill 2. Oh, not skill 2, skill 1. Good God. And bloop. And a bloop. Alright, we are at... Alright, let's go ahead and use skill 2. Then I'll probably use my shout ability afterwards. Let's go ahead and do my skill 2 on Aranea. Now we'll first start off with her rework and what she got. So she got an additional 2 uses to her skill 1, which is not bad. She also got the same amount of skill uses for her skill 1 as well. Skill 1 and skill 2 basically got additional 2 uses, which is nice. When it comes to her, let's do this. When it comes to her HP dump, she now has 4 HP dumps in total with the regular version of a skill 1. And as she does increase Brave in between attacks, except for the last, by 50% of the Brave damage dealt. Let's go ahead and slap this bad boy on. Haha, no aura for you. Ba-boom. 0 damage, but we got that aura out the way. Let's go ahead and skill 1. The plus version to her skill 1 now deals 5 HP dumps, and that's basically the difference between the regular version and the plus version. I need to use LD before I use skill 2. I mean, that's skill 2. Before I use EX. Good God. Oh, I'm confusing the two. Her skill 2, like I mentioned earlier, did get an additional 2 uses, which is very solid in my opinion. The regular version of High Wind does 2 HP dumps in total. Increases the Brave in between attacks, except for the last. It expands Vital Crusher to all enemies, which is that debuff that she inflicts that is able to grant her the ability to deal critical Brave damage, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that actually while we do this. Yeah, so Brave damage received becomes critical, and the critical Brave damage resist down by 50%. That buff actually did not get an improvement for those who... not buff, but the debuff did not get an improvement. So let's go ahead and go back to where we was. Let's do EX. And then she also extends that debuff to 6 turns now, which is very, very good. The plus version of her skill 2 now deals 3 HP dumps in total, and the same goes for the amount that she recovers in between attacks, and with inflicting the Vital Crusher debuff to all enemies. So not too shabby. I am going to Brave attack as much as I don't want to, and that's why. That's the thing about this fight, is that whenever that red aura appears, you basically need to deal critical Brave damage. Regardless if it's only 1, that will cancel the whatchamacallit? The aura. Go ahead and play this. And we build up our gauge fast. Very nice. Let's go ahead and use our FR. Now her LD ability. She now starts off with her overhead for 6 turns. The regular version now deals 5 HP dumps and does increase Brave in between HP attacks, except for the last. The Plus version basically just got more potency and more stolen max Brave overflow. Also, when it comes to her overhead, she now has a self 30% HP damage up. Very, very nice to have. Let's go ahead and use... We'll use LB. And that is going to be it for her rework. Her C90, her EX ability, the regular version, not the non-plus version. Oh, not the plus version, excuse me. Golly, I can't not talk tonight. So her EX ability now deals 4 HP dumps in total, increases Brave by 20% after each HP attack, and she does extend the high speed maneuver buff to 6 turns, and also she gets a free ability use on her next turn, excluding certain abilities. Let's go ahead and get this buff on there. Let's see here. When it comes to the plus version, the plus version deals 4 HP dumps. It does get an increase in the amount of Brave potency per hit, and it also extends the active overclock by 4 turns, which is really, really good. I can definitely appreciate that. I was actually surprised that they did that kind of change, and holy lag, what the hell? What was that lag? So that was pretty solid for what they gave her on that. Her C65 got extended to 6 turns now, and then she also adds a 20% attack up, now being a total of 30. Let's go ahead and use Ellie. And also adds a Brave damage cap up by 30%. And then finally with her FR. So her FR is actually pretty easy to work with. It's actually not an FR that, you know, it's like, it's not one that is like you have to do like certain conditions and stuff like that. Like, it's actually pretty easy to be able to increase. So basically, you have to deal. Whenever the party deals a critical attack, it increases. Whenever anybody in the party delays the enemy's target by 1 turn, it increases by 1. And then whenever the party deals critical Brave damage at the end of the turn, it also increases as well. So Garland can actually benefit from this FR ability greatly. As you can see with where the percentages are at now, like it's pretty crazy. 80%. And then with Garland, we'll go ahead and do skill 2. Look at that damage from Garland, baby. And bloop. And bloop. 50k Brave damage. 15. Yo, 15 mil. Let's go. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I am going to EX. I'm actually going to switch out Garland for the Hope friend because I want to build up my gauge. And then we shall go ham. So let's go ahead and do this. I guess one thing I should have mentioned earlier in the video is that everybody does have their FR boards. Okay. Well, the enemy got their gauge up, but it's fine. It should be okay. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and... Well, actually, yeah. We'll switch out now. Alright. Thank you, Hope friend. Appreciate it. Garland's like, I'm ready. Oof. Oof. Ah. Definitely didn't do that on purpose. No, not at all. That's funny. Let's go ahead and HP plus. That was actually kind of funny, I ain't gonna lie. Oh no, I'm not doing damage. What am I gonna do? We shall use our own FR. That's crazy because just imagine if you didn't have Aranea's FR. Yeah, and then you delayed them to hell. Would have been wouldn't have been a pretty picture. But anyways, thankfully it cancels hers. Or cancels the enemy. Yo, I cannot flip in English today. Also, just realized that for Aranea being a boosted character, her max brave is very high. Very, very high. Alright. Let's go ahead and EX. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. Oh, if it was a max percentage too. If the HP damage bonus was much higher than this, then yeah. So what are my thoughts on Aranea's FR weapon? Like I mentioned earlier, it's a pretty simple one. It's not difficult whatsoever to try to increase it. As you can tell by the gameplay so far, like you can definitely increase, especially with Garland. Like Garland basically meets both conditions, where he is able to delay by 1 turn, and at the same time, it's also going to be dealing critical brave damage, whether you have call abilities to help you out, or whether, you know, depending on said fight. Because some of the recent, at least like the story fight that we had, we were unable to break, so we wasn't dealing critical brave damage. But with having Aranea on the team, that could actually change it up. I might actually take Aranea to that fight, just to see how well she actually performs. But no, like it's pretty easy to be able to increase the FR here. It's like, as you can tell, it's not really that difficult at all. And I don't. The way that I look at it, like being such an easy FR to increase the HP damage bonus, I could see this one being counted as like a DPS type of FR, and it's a real easy one to be able to increase, as you can tell. Alrighty, let's go ahead and use LD. Let's finish this fight off. I'm tired of looking at these things. Unless Aranea, no. I was about to say, Aranea killing them? Nutty. Alright, let's go ahead and knock these bad boys out. Bye, Felicia. Oh, I didn't think it was gonna kill it. Okay, alright, that works. But yeah, no. Overall, though, I do enjoy Aranea's FR, and the way to increase it is actually pretty easy. I probably would consider pulling for her FR, just because meeting the conditions are actually not hard to do at all, and the percentages, the way that they increase is actually pretty high. So. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.